My people no be smart to know the evil agenda of Tinubu don't they expose. This man now where US sent to come investigate wetin they go on for Nigeria, don't come expose the truth waiting they go on behind the scene where they happen for the back, where we say the small thing where they collect for back. Right now, into expose all the whole truth. And as it stands right now, division can start at any given time because they send the first person will be Renomore to know how far within they go on. In go can even collect something for back. This man now don't expose everything and he don't give clarity of within they go on for our country Nigeria because now in they go all those northern places to see the thing where they go on consistent through genocide and they already sent information to USA they need to divide this country as it stands right now. Everybody now should get ready now because division is about to take place. Click the subscribe button and share this video to everyone so that they go dey aware of wetin wan go on. Pay attention and watch this video from the starting to the end. This guy don't expose a lot of things and Tinubu now, right now, they in trouble. Already, they don't open in case file for US. So pay attention what this video. This video dey long. Pay attention to the end so that they go understand every single thing we in talk and the action will be say US go take in place to make sure say they divide Nigeria in peace because the killings we did for Nigeria don't do too much. Pay attention what to the end and share this video right now to your friends so that they go understand what thing they go on. This guy don't expose everything. In fact, Tinubu now they find Tinubu now they in trouble now for the actions we be say he don't take for behind about this guy. So pay attention and don't forget to click the subscribe button for more updates.
You can't say there's no genocide. You can't say there was no religious targeting. They went to a Christian majority area on Palm Sunday.
Now, Alex, when you say that the Fulani herdsmen are killing the Christians and you call it a Christian genocide, one would ask, the current Minister of Defense, who is in charge of the defense architecture of this country, is a Christian. Are you a spy for the US government? Are you in Nigeria to sow seed of discord to create? Some people have alleged that you're one of the people arming the terrorists in Nigeria.
How can the sitting governor, who's a Christian, of a Christian largely state, go to the very place that an attack happened, which over 30 people were killed, dozens injured, and you show up to the Christians who were just affected in a tent? Why is everything in Nigeria political? Why do politics have such a range?
The first time you were here, I asked you one very important question. And I'm asking you that same question again today. Because of recent happenings, the recent stories we've heard and read online. Who are you and what is your mission in Nigeria?
Yeah, my name's Alex Barbier. I'm a missionary. I lead Building Zion organization. And I build churches, I build schools, I drill water wells, and I rebuild for people who have been victims of terrorism. I do this not only in Nigeria, I've done work in Sudan, doing work in Burma, Burundi, in the desert of Kenya, Nicaragua, many places. But Nigeria has become a focus of my work because of the insecurity, of the people that are suffering, of the people that are in need of saving gospel of Jesus. And so we prioritize Nigeria to be able to do these things to help people that are not being helped, to bring light to the evil that is happening in Nigeria in many places, spanning from Sokoto and Zamfara down to Taraba, from the north to the south, to the east to the west, people that are suffering, people that are in need in different ways. And so we use construction to be able to share the love of Christ and to bless people and help people, uplift people that are in need.
Apart from being a missionary and all of these things you've listed, are you something or someone else we should know?
My life is public. You can see that I grew up playing soccer. I started playing football. I played football at Penn State University. I played football at Liberty University. I graduated from Liberty. I'm actually still completing 2 masters in theology and apologetics from Liberty University.
We saw you recently. We saw a picture recently on your page. You're actually the one who shared it.
Yeah.
Not just once, not twice. Dressed like a U.S. military.
Yeah.
Are you U.S. military?
No.
So why were you dressed like that with a gun?
Find the record that shows that I'm U.S. military. To the ones who say, "Oh, confirmed, Delta Force, Special Forces, CIA, astronaut." Where did you confirm? Because there's no such record. And so the answer is no. In America, we have the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, and it shall not be infringed. This is what "Do not tread on me." It's a popular slogan and logo. People put it on their book bag. People put it on their car. It's on my book bag. People say, "Oh, it means this." Do not tread on me. It means do not tread on my right to bear arms as an American citizen, because that arm is what can protect citizens of a country from tyranny, from horrible and evil governments. And so everyone in America has the right to own a firearm. Everybody has the right to go and train. Everybody has the right to protect themselves and their families. This is why in America, there's no such thing as Fulani terrorism. There's no such thing as ISWAP. There's no such thing as Boko Haram. There's no such thing as Lakurawa. Terrorism does not reign in America. There's a very clear reason why. Because if anybody desires to harm anybody, they'll be met with fire. If you come to my house, if you go to my family's house, if you go to a brother's house, if you go to a friend's house, if you go to anybody's house, there's more guns in America than there are people. And that means that good people with guns can stop the bad people. In Nigeria, that's not the case. In fact, the good people who are found with guns are prosecuted. And so, no. If somebody wants to say that I'm a Navy SEAL, CIA, "Oh, he has the demeanor. He has muscles. He stands like this. He wears this."
Alex, Africa, and most especially in Nigeria, we have a dark history.
It's true.
Where the Europeans sent missionaries down here. And they used the name of God to gather intelligence, spy on our people, sow seed of discord, and commit all manner of abominable things.
It's true.
And I mentioned this in our first interview. And that is why Nigerians have been very suspicious of you and who you are. So saying you are a missionary, your philanthropic work, and all the good things you're doing for the victims of insecurity in Nigeria is not enough reason to clear that doubt or that suspicion. And that is why we keep coming back to ask you if, aside your humanitarian work, aside the fact that you are a lover of God, a lover of Christ, and aside the fact that you're passionate about helping those who are in need, are you a spy for the U.S. government? Are you in Nigeria to sow seed of discord, to create? Some people have alleged that you're one of the people arming the terrorists in Nigeria.
I heard supposedly I trained ISIS in Syria. They said it was confirmed.
Yes.
I'm confirmed. Blackwater training ISIS in Syria. Show me the confirmation. Because the reality is a lot of these Muslims who are the ones who are sympathizing with terrorists, are terrorists themselves, are the ones who are speaking out against me. That's the truth. They're the very ones who are saying, "It's been confirmed, he trains ISIS." Show me your confirmation. Not with AI. Show me the confirmation. Where are you finding such information?
I'm going to read something for you. And this was on my page. I saw this comment on my page. It was actually written in an Hausa language, right? So, this is a translation of that comment, and it was made by the username of the account is Beta Best. It said the hidden thing has come out. According to the secret investigation statement on American kidnapper Alex Babi, who entered Nigeria, Pilato State, spreading religious hatred between Muslims and Christians and attempting to incite violence, there is a strong suspicion that he is a soldier and a contractor. Alex Babi is confirmed to be a member of the Blackwater Independent Army Group, sponsored to fight and train terrorist groups around the world. And Alex Babi was once in Syria, trained by the terrorist group ISIS. You're laughing. This is a serious matter. To prove this allegation against him, look at the bag he hanged behind after the terrorist attack that occurred tonight at Rukoba district, Benin, Jos, where I put the cycle and arrow logo on the back of his grandchild. First, the first logo is American national tag. They're analyzing your costume and everything.
Yeah. They're very smart.
Yeah. Secondly, the second logo tagged his group, Blackwater, meaning the US soldiers who own camps are hired to train rebels and terrorist groups. Third, the third logo of the American Crusader Group is a member of an American gunman who has a racist and Muslim racist ideology. Fourth, the fourth logo of the group, Gatsden, which is an American gun group originating from a white man named Christopher Gatsden, who terrorized America in the 17th century. This is easy for investigators to understand who Alex Babi is and his purpose of coming to Nigeria with his tag behind his back.
They're so good at
it is remaining for the federal government to order the security agencies to do what is right on him before he succeeded in extinguishing fire in Nigeria soon. This comment has been everywhere on social media. It has been all over my page.
All of the Arewa and all the Hausa, all the Muslims on X in different places, they're all reposting it in unison. It's like they planned. They said, we're all going to post this to attack him. I don't know what to do besides laugh. This is Nigeria. This is the thing. I'll tell you each flag. No, all right, no, I'm going to go back. Which thing that I don't want people to know would I publicly wear in post? I think we need to just take a step back. Let's just think logically. If we have any type of brain or any type of logic inside this head, let's think about this. Okay. If this person is CIA, the most secretive group in the world, arguably, which CIA have you met who is on social media blasting governments and people? CIA is secretive.
It could be a cover up.
Who have you met? Which CIA operative have you seen has been in the public?
We don't know because
you are likely to be CIA.
CIA are good in cover-ups.
Your cameraman is more likely to be CIA than me. That's the truth. If I don't want people to know what is on my book bag, why would I wear it in public everywhere? So that's number one. Let's lose logic here. Number two, American flag. It stands for. It's not a secret. It's open. America. Okay, number one. Christian flag, it's a cross. The cross stands for Jesus Christ. The cross stands for, as it does around the world, Christianity. So USA, Christianity. Number three, you have the snake. It stands for don't tread on me. Look it up on Google. Don't tread on me. What does it mean? You shall not infringe on our rights as American citizens to arm ourselves in defense of life, liberty, and death. That's what it stands for. Don't tread on me. Millions of cars, people, shirts all over America. Because we in America have the right to defend ourselves. Don't tread on me. We have the right to bear arms. That's what it stands for. Number four, the Crusader flag. It's the armor, Crusades. If you don't know what the Crusades are, look them up. The Crusades are what defended Europe from Islam in the conquest of Islam. That's what it was. The Crusades were a defensive act because Islam was conquesting with the sword, establishing Islam not through faith, not through just repentance and good heart and conversion. Convert or die. You're subjected to us or die. And the Christians in Europe rose up to defend Europe from Islam. That's why today Islam controls the Middle East, Northern Africa, and not Europe, because the Crusades. So I stand for the defense of Christianity. I stand for the defense of someone forcing me to believe something. We will not tolerate it. And right now, that same conquest is happening in Nigeria. That is the truth.
Tell me, since the last time I interviewed you, how has the security been in Jos From your observation, you've been at the forefront of all of these things. You've met firsthand with the victims, especially in Jos. Tell me, has there been any improvement?
No, not at all. I haven't seen anything improve. I could argue that it's gotten worse, but also the longer I've been in Nigeria, the more involved I've been, the more aware I have been, the more I've even sought out to know what is happening. And so it seems like it's gotten worse, and that very well could be the truth, but it also could just be, well, I'm really in the issue now, so I see it all. When I first came to Nigeria a year ago, ambushes after ambush after ambush in Miongo. One of the chiefs texting me every day, father killed, son killed, ambushed by military checkpoint, killed. Zike gets attacked, they kill 40, 50 people, they burn all the houses. And so a year ago, this was happening. There's no difference. Nothing has changed. And in fact, the military that came from the US were sent to Bauchi. But what is actually being done? Nothing has changed at all. And specifically in the middle belt of Plateau, Kaduna, Benue, Taraba, they're slaughtering Christians. And that hasn't stopped. I mean, just a few days ago, Palm Sunday. You can't say there's no genocide. You can't say there was no religious targeting. They went to a Christian majority area on Palm Sunday, a religious holiday, in mass killing people, shooting, machete. They didn't even just do it on the road. I walked 200 meters into the town from the junction of Anwanurukuba. Bullet casings, people are killed. And so you can't say that there's no religion involved.
Now, a lot of people have argued that we should stop tagging this as a religious genocide.
What is it?
They've argued that it's more political than it is religious.
How?
That a lot of opposition politicians in Nigeria who do not support the administration of the current president are looking for ways to damage his government by sponsoring terrorism across Nigeria. Do you think that that logic is correct?
Why is everything in Nigeria political? Why do politics have such a reign on Nigerians' minds and hearts? It's idolized like nothing I've ever seen. Everybody now in Nigeria is APC. What is? I think I saw a stat like 36 of 39 governors, something like this. I don't know exactly. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Everybody's now APC. But I'll ask you this.
Not everybody. Not everybody. The governors, the politicians, those who are benefiting from the center, they are the ones who are singing the praises of the current government. But not everybody.
Not everybody.
If you go to the street and ask the ordinary people, they are angry, hungry, and afraid.
Yes. No. The people are not APC. I'm not saying the people. I said governors.
Yes.
There's a big difference between what the people desire and believe versus what the governors adhere to and stand behind.
That is correct.
They all convert to be part of APC because they know that if they don't, they're not going to get the money. They're not going to get the support. They're not going to have the same power. They'll be pushed out. This is politics in many places in the world. You don't want to be against the ones who are in power. That's just what it is. But I'm not political. I am political, but I'm not going to discuss this. There's no point. What I'm trying to say is that for 2 decades, this has been happening. So for 2 decades, has it just been political? Is that what it is? When Christians are slaughtered, their farms are stolen? What is political about that? Outside of maybe winning more Muslim votes to where you kill Christians so they can't vote? Fulani come and take over? They're in power? Maybe that, I guess you can say. I would actually agree partially with that. That when you exterminate Christians, you silence them, you make them go into small areas, they can't have their farms, they can't live in peace. More Fulani come to power, money talks, violence talks, it quiets people down, you're scared to speak. How can you speak out against something if you know that you're going to be killed or you're going to be arrested? So in a way, yes, it could be political, but not in the way that these people are trying to say now. They're saying, oh, it's just because they want to shame Tinubu. You can shame Tinubu in many, many ways. Why do they go to a Christian area on a Christian holiday and kill Christians? It's not the first time. The founder of the ministry that I work with in Jos, they send out missionaries all across Nigeria into the bush. The founder was killed in the streets as he was coming back from a funeral in Jos North, near the University of Jos by Muslims. He was cut into pieces during another Islamic crisis in Jos. Cut into pieces. Is that political? Who is starting these crises? In Nigeria, in Jos. Has it ever been Christians randomly go and kill Muslims and attack people in Ramadan, on Eid, whatever it is? Has it ever been that Christians went and started an attack? They planned, they strategized, we're going to go murder all these Muslims on their holiday. When has this happened? Please, Gumi, if you're watching, tell me. Bashir, the terrorist sympathizer, when has this happened? Why is it that Muslims consistently are planning out attacks and strategizing against Christians?
So, some people have also alleged or argued that the crisis is between farmers and herdsmen. That this is a communal clash between herders and herdsmen.
Just a lie. It's a pure lie. All it does, they want to cover the conflict in any way possible so that it can continue. If they frame it as it's a farmer-herder thing, well, you're always going to have herders, you're always going to have farmers in Nigeria. And so it's going to be a constant thing that happens time and time again. If you address the issue for what it really is, black and white, this is what is happening, then you can figure out how to address it. But this is just a cover. Because which clashes are happening in the farms? Are the Christians weaponized with PKM and AK-47 going and carrying out attacks, killing people, burning villages, stealing land? Are they doing that? No. Have they killed some people? Yes. Why? Because they go revenge the fact that they've been murdered for 2 decades. They're no longer sitting on the side allowing them and their families to be killed in the night. So yes, they go and they do carry out attacks sometimes in revenge. But the issue itself, is it really the fact that there's just some farmers, some herders are coming against each other and just clashing? There's no clash. It's a one-sided fight. Fulani, who are not indigenes of Nigeria, have come in mass from the north to the south to the east to the west. In the towns, the cities, the bushes, the villages, everywhere. And they're killing people, they're burning villages, they're stealing land. What clash is happening? And the government is allowing it. The government security forces are complicit in allowing this to happen.
Now, Alex, when you say that the Fulani herdsmen are killing the Christians and you call it a religious or Christian genocide, one would ask, the current Minister of Defense, who is in charge of the defense architecture of this country, is a Christian.
Yeah, his brothers, they're terrorists, he says.
So do you think that as a Christian, he's also been deliberately
Yes.
negligent or incompetent in handling the security issues?
Yes.
Remember, he's a Christian.
Doesn't matter. Some of these Christians are more evil than the Muslims themselves. That's the truth. Evil is not only for people that identify as Muslim.
Do you think he's evil or he doesn't know what to do? The insecurity issues overwhelms him.
I don't know him personally. I'm not going to directly judge his heart. But what I can say is you'll know them by their fruit.
I'm asking you this question and I'm pointing out the fact that this is a man who oversees the security architecture of this country. He's the Minister of Defense.
They know who the terrorists are.
So what do you think is stopping him from doing the right thing? Because it seems the insecurity, it seems these terrorists have so much power.
They control the country.
That nobody is stopping them.
They control the country. That's the answer. It's not a matter of incompetence. I don't believe the people in power are idiots. I think the people in power are smart. They're very aware. They have the power and the means to end the terrorism in Nigeria, and they're choosing not to. You know, in this attack on Palm Sunday in Jos, in Arwan Rukuba, where the attack happened at that junction, which I've been many times, there's a police station in that junction. When I went there with Ezekiel a day or two ago, there's a police tank. We saw all the police out, soldiers, everybody armed, ready to work. But when the attack happens, where were they? How many bullets did they fire? Did they stop the terrorists? Did they protect anybody? They're nowhere to be found. And so this isn't an issue of lack. It's not an issue of somebody's incompetent. It's not an issue that somebody just doesn't know. They're ignorant. They didn't know that there's terrorists in this forest. If they know that there's a safe haven of terrorists in Kayama, I was just there in Kayama. If they know there's a safe haven in the northeast, in Sambisa, why has the Air Force not dropped every single freaking bomb that they have to kill them? If they know where these people hide, if they know where the weapons are, if they know where they have camps, why are they not day and night doing everything in their power to annihilate the terrorists? Instead, they'll go paint the vans for Tinubu. They'll send out thousands of vans across Nigeria. They'll go buy brand new Lexus and different brands, $60,000, $50,000, 200 million, 100 million cars for chiefs, for senators. Yet, the very issue that is the most important in Nigeria, they don't address. Taxes, NEPA, water, road, these things don't mean anything. If you do not have the right to live, nothing else matters. It doesn't matter your tribe, where you're from, what you say you stand for, how much money you have. None of this matters until the people themselves have the right to live. No election matters.
Now, recently I saw that the governor of Plateau State came to address in the recent attack. He came to address people. I actually made a post about it. And I saw him in an armored tank with about 4 men, security operatives, still standing. It was just his head that we were looking at. So he was addressing the people from an armored tank. What do you think what message do you think that sent to those who need him as their leader?
I don't want to slander. I'm not going to slander. But my honest opinion and perspective is that it was shameful. When I saw the pictures and the videos of that, I thought it was AI. I said, how can the sitting governor, who's a Christian, of a Christian largely state, go to the very place that an attack happened, which over 30 people were killed, dozens injured, and you show up to the Christians who were just affected in a tank? What does that say about the security situation? Not in the villages, in the capital. What does that say about the issue that is at hand that is not being dealt with? I was there 45 minutes after the attack. You could hear gunshots. One of my partners, he called me 5 minutes after the attack was happening because he knows his friends, everybody started telling everybody, attack, attack, attack. He calls me, says there's an attack happening right here. I said, oh no. And it wasn't far from where I was staying. I said, we need to go. This is not going to be in silence. They're not going to suffer and it not be told. We're going to make sure people know. I said, we're going. 45 minutes after the attack, we're there. I didn't have a gun. I didn't have bulletproof. Didn't have a tank.
Just you being Alex.
Just me, my partner, ministry. We wanted to go be with the people that were suffering. And we wanted to make sure that the world would know that these people were just murdered, largely for their faith. And that's not going to happen in silence. It's not going to happen in the darkness, because the scripture says, like, light is what will destroy darkness. There's nothing that will remain hidden. And yes, this is talking about just the gospel and the evil as a whole. But what else will destroy such darkness besides light? And so I wanted to go shed light. And that's what happened, is known. And so when I saw that the governor came in a tank, I don't care how much good you've done. I don't care. That was just the wrong move. the wrong move, to go and be with your people and to speak down from your stage in a tank. The people rejected it. They said, we're not going to listen to you until you come out. And that was the right move. If the governor himself can't walk in his own street, what city are you governing?
It's not fit to be a governor.
I don't have a comment. But what I will say is that the killing cannot continue to happen.
Tell me, earlier last year, was it this year, the president of your country, Donald Trump,
Yeah.
sent military to Nigeria.
Yeah.
They actually carried out a strike
Yeah. Sokoto.
in Sokoto. But till today, we've not heard that strike actually killed any terrorist. And we've not heard anything again from
Yeah.
Donald Trump. We've not heard anything
true.
again from the US
It's true.
till today.
Yeah.
With all the cry from pastors like Ezekiel and the rest of the people who've been calling on Donald Trump to intervene in this situation, what do you think
Yeah.
happened?
I think it's not nearly enough. I think that right now the reality is that America is preoccupied with Iran and the conflict in the Middle East. I think that is where the attention is. That's where the money is. That's where the actions are. The issues in Nigeria right now are not necessarily.
So you think
right in front of
US? You think US goes to where the money is?
No. What I'm saying is, the money that the U.S. is spending right now is largely in Iran. The focus, the mind, everything is Iran because it's a big conflict, and that conflict affects the entire world. And so their focus is there. Not necessarily on what's happening in Nigeria. There's people who are still pushing for Nigeria, like, hey, there's still major conflict. People are suffering. We need to tend to this. But I think their focus right now is in Iran. And that's why there's not too much happening from the US. But also, it's public that Nigeria has paid the United States millions of dollars to lobbying groups to specifically lobby for the fact that there's no religious genocide, there's no major conflict. All these things are being reported. It's not really the truth. They're just misconstruing the reality and the truth of what's happening here. And so, at the end of the day, just like in every country, there's corruption, there's greed, there's people who are not faithful. And to act as if America is pure would be wrong. Every country has their wrongs, their evils, their corruption. And so, yes, when money is paid, people talk, people say this, people have different interests. It can affect what is truly done. From what I've seen is that Trump does have an interest in helping the persecuted church and people who are oppressed in Nigeria. Why he hasn't done more, I don't have an answer. I'm not Trump. I've never talked to Trump. I've never met Trump.
Talking about the war in Iran, as a missionary,
Yeah.
who is particularly concerned about the suffering of the defenseless, especially children and mothers.
Yeah. Widows, orphans.
Do you think that what Israel and the US government is doing in Iran is justified?
I would say that Iran is not a friend to the world. I would say that Iran are the ones who sponsor terrorism across the entire world, including Nigeria. And so, if countries like that exist and regimes like that oppress people, they kill, they sponsor, they threaten the peace of the world, then I think at some point action should be taken. To speak to everything the US and Israel has done, I don't even follow all of it. Have there been possible evils done? Yeah. But I think also, if you go to Iran and you go to the people themselves, not the regime, not the terrorists, they are in favor of what is being done. And I think that is what speaks the most. I don't follow geopolitics every single day. I do my mission work. I hear things, I see things. But I've seen the masses. Iran, they hate the regime. You should have seen the pictures and the videos of what Iran was before the Ayatollah regime. Now, they're parading. They're hoping that they can finally be liberated. And the US choosing to intervene is what has given those people hope. And so I've seen, I saw a video of this one girl who was singing in the streets, a Persian song, and then the police come to silence them. In a country where you have no freedom, I mean, what do you have? Do countries commit evils? Yes. Are people wrong? Do people do things that maybe they shouldn't have? Or do they do too much? Or do they make mistakes? Yes, absolutely. And I think that is where there should be grace and mercy, where there's people who intentionally kill, allow terrorism to thrive, oppress people. God will punish you and judgment awaits. And I think it is those people, regimes, doesn't matter who you are, those people should be taken.
Back to Nigeria. The first time I interviewed you, I asked you about the Christian leaders in Nigeria.
Yeah.
And what you think about them, and if you think they've done enough to intervene in the case of the genocide. Since then till now, do you think they've done anything reasonable?
No.
They've contributed in any way?
I can't speak to how many naira have been given to people affected, victims, Christian, Muslim alike. But what I can say is that it should be the church that is leading this charge. Yes, for Christians, because at the end of the day, they're your brothers and sisters in Christ. But even for Muslims that are being oppressed and killed in innocence, the church leaders, if they truly believe in what the Bible says, they should be the forefront. They should be the ones on the street. They should be the ones that are at the attack that happened 45 minutes ago. They should be the ones rebuilding villages. They should be the ones standing for righteousness and good. I mean, this is what it says in Psalm 82. It says to give justice to the weak and the fatherless. It says maintain the rights of the afflicted. It says rescue the weak and the needy. It says deliver them from the hands of the wicked. That's what the Bible says. It's not Alex. The Bible calls Christians, pastors, missionaries, mothers, fathers, children, businessmen, doctors, lawyers. All of us, if we claim Christ, we should live that out. Not just in a belief, not just in writing on X, but in action. Give justice. Rescue the weak and the needy. Deliver them from the wicked. Those are tangible calls to do something, to take action, to not just sit on the side. Don't just sit and pray. Yes, pray. Because at the end of the day, the Lord will fight your battle. But He's called us to do more. Because justice is not just for heaven and hell. We've been called to be the bearers of justice on earth here and now. And where there is injustice, it is the Christians, the pastors, that should be the forefront of fighting for justice, and they're not.
If you were to be in a position where you could speak to all Nigerians regarding the insecurity, regarding the hardship, regarding the condition of things in this country, the incompetence of government from the federal government to states to the local level, what would you say to them?
You know, I don't seek such a position. You know, I came here to build churches, build schools, be quiet. But when you see killing in mass, it changes you. And I came to a point to where I said, silence is injustice and I need to speak. And to me, what I would tell the Christians specifically in Nigeria is that it's been too long. To the moderate Muslims who are not participating in terrorism, who are not sympathizing with terrorism, I tell you, it's been too long. For how long will you accept that the way of life in Nigeria is death? For how long will you accept the way of life in Nigeria means your home will be burned, your farms will be taken? At some point, the evil will have to end, and it will not end unless it's challenged. And I can't tell you what that looks like. That's for the Nigerian people themselves to decide. Because the change in Nigeria is not going to be from America. It's not going to be from Canada. It's not going to be from China. It's not going to be from me. The change will happen because of you. From the Yoruba to the Igbo to the Hausa, even some of the good Fulani people, to the Barom, the Irigwe, you guys are the ones who are going to change Nigeria for good. You will change the track, the path that Nigeria is on. And for 20 years of killing and burning, I don't know what else needs to happen for the people to do something.
If you were to speak directly to our president, what would you say to him?
I said that you're the commander-in-chief. You're the one who is the commander-in-chief of security. Yet, your country is under siege. We cannot speak of sovereignty when you have terrorists in every single state, terrorizing your people, burning your people's homes, stealing land. How can people bomb bridges, set off IEDs? Even in Kayama recently, they set off an IED. On our way back from Kwara, they set off a bomb in Niger, blowing up a bridge. In Borno, suicide bombing in the city. Everywhere in Nigeria, you have death. Everywhere in Nigeria, you have blood being spilled. Everywhere in Nigeria, you have families that are crying out. And the reality is, the truth is, you have failed to secure your people, to secure your land. There's no greater responsibility to a president, to the government, than to ensure that your people can just live. Everybody doesn't need to be rich. You can have no water, no electricity. But if Nigerians had peace to just live and breathe, they would be happy. And right now they don't. And you are the one who has the greatest power to do what is right. The Bible says to do good, to seek justice. And you have the power to do good. But it's not being done. And I don't know how long Nigerians have to cry. I wish that I didn't even have to sit here. I wish I didn't have to come to even speak of these things. I wish I could come and just do my work in silence. I can drill water, build a school, build a church. There's no problem. But instead, the soil is soaked with blood. And it seems as though you and the rest of the government officials don't care. The villagers are not worth as much, Muslim or Christian. But I know that the truth is, if it was your son who was killed, there is nothing you would not do to bring justice. If it was your wife who was murdered, if it was your house that was burned, the world would be under fire until they were brought to justice. But it's just a poor villager in Kwara. It's just a poor villager in Takum. And so when will justice be unleashed? The Bible says that justice should rain down like rivers. And you have the power to do it. And the question is, why are you not?
Finally, how have you been holding on? The threats and all of that. How have you been holding on to this point?
The Lord is my strength. At the end of the day, He's my hope. He's where my confidence is. I don't fear death. Doesn't mean that I seek it, but I don't fear it. The Bible says to do not fear those who can kill the body, but cannot kill the soul. And so it's the Lord. Even if you take our life, you have not taken our real life.
What you're doing is fueling a narrative which is not supposed to be. A narrative of religious genocide.
Yeah. I guess the question I would ask is, if there's no genocide, if there's no religion involved, what is the reasoning? You know, I've been told it's grazing. They're just looking for grass for their cows. And I would ask the question, if it's only for grass, then this means that their own Fulani brothers who are also herding cattle and looking for grass, they're also their competitors. And so why are they only killing Christians? Why are they only targeting Christian villages? They're not killing their own people. They're not burning their own Fulani settlements, but they're competitors. The same grass they're fighting for. And so what's the answer to this? Why are they only killing the Christians in the Christian villages?
Have you been to the camp of the dispersed people?
Yes, I have.
And what did you see?
Yeah, I was in international market where a lot of the Yawada people have been displaced to. And from the testimonies from the people, they have little food, little water. I saw them publicly defecating, pooping, and peeing there in the street among the little shops and the little stores. I was in Guer West, the heart of displacement. 90% of people in Guer West have been abandoning their homes, displaced. And many of them are living in Agagbe, in little grass huts. They said that they receive food maybe every 3 or 4 months from the government. They have nothing. They've been forced off of their lands and nobody is fighting back. They've accepted this to be displaced.
First of all, I go say God go bless this guy. Everything we be saying he don't do to expose all the whole truth where they go for Nigeria. God go bless him. May God protect him. You know, wetin he can't do now, you know, boy self, now few people will go fit just do am. We just dey for country wey be say we no fit even sleep, we no fit even dey sure of our daily bread. Wey be say we are blessed with so many mineral resources for this country, but the leader fail to do the right thing. The leaders, they just fail to do the right thing. What's the difference between military era and civilian era? What's the difference? We get democracy. What's the difference? Everything we be say we fight for. What's the difference right now? People wey dey rule us as if say they be military. So what's the essence? We for just kukuma go back or allow make pretend they even rule us. Because during those time, things was better. Everything we be say you want, day, road day, light day. It's just say they collect our mineral resources. Now, what's the difference now? If they collect our mineral resources, they do everything we want. It's better for them to do today. It's better. Where our main people will be see they be citizen of Nigeria, they collect all those mineral resources, they even siphon the money, they use them to enjoy themselves. But they know they even do what those things are meant for. We get everything. A citizen of Nigeria is supposed to be earning no less than 500,000 in this country. A citizen, for being a citizen of this country. But where all those things dey? Mazina the Kalo come out, can't talk the truth, they just carry and put for prison. Because of him, they talk the truth. And now, since una no one do wetin we want, okay, no one do wetin give us our own country. That's wetin Mazina the Kalo they talk. Since una no one do wetin in talk, in give out list that is either 3 or 4 things we be saying list that say if Nigeria go do all those things, in go just hands off, forget everything about Biafra, forget everything about agitation. But they fail to do them. They fail to address all those things that they call as terrorists. Say in the inside so many things. Waiting in the inside. When the main people who are supposed to do correct all those things, they no one correct them. Each citizen of Nigeria is supposed to they benefit a lot for this country, but we know they benefit. Go Malaysia, go Dubai. Now tourists will make them. Still here, they use those money, they even all the citizens they benefit. No citizen of Dubai where they even suffer. None of them. But just look at the kind of country where you get no lights. Simon back come out, they still want just buy them. Mazina the Kalo come out, told the truth, they still want to kill them. Which kind of country will just do the right thing? I believe say this time around now, during this Trump era, this is the only time we be say they need to divide this country in peace, make everybody just deal on their own. So that everybody go manage their own resources. Then if anybody want just kill each other, may you know say if you finish buying your brother, your sister, then only you go just day, where you want day. That's the only thing. We don't talk right now, don't they talk the best thing now, just make everybody just gingerly day on their own. They on their own. Now, waiting make waiting be name our Tinubu no wan even enter US because he know say once he leg enter that place, they go just pick am because of the kind atrocity we be saying don't commit. Right now, we really need to dey pray right now because these people are very, very, very heartless. And maybe they pray make Biafra come because if Biafra come, all these things we will experience. We no go dey experience am. Biafra get oil. Many people they talk say Biafra where Biafra get oil, where they get their oil. Biafra get a lot of oil. Biafra get coal. Biafra get so many things where we say they go highness. Even when they come to Biafra land, they go just the even the envy to be part of them. That's it. Mazinandi Kalu, the truth we in talk now, just make they just create good road. May they just create good road. May they create seaport. Now everybody want just buy and say in the insight, in the insult. If when you know go insult them, when you know they do the right thing. If you know they do the right thing, if they carry my money, they chop, if they carry everything they chop, why we no get insult you? Why sometimes I go just the one that say why we say Nigeria just differ. We dey try we Tinubu will go outside the country, see wetin others they do, but to implement all those things for this country, he no go fit implement them. It's a shameful thing. It's a shameful thing. It's a shameful thing. Say with the country we will just enter, we will find ourselves. They oh God. Well, I no go just talk much because if you keep on to the talk wetin dey go on, the thing go just dey annoy me every day. They think that abeg share this video so that everybody go see the effort wey this guy don put. The effort, in fact, I go talk am again. God go bless am. The effort wey be say him don put. Now they go just open mouth. Person go just open mouth. They talk say nothing dey happen for east, for north. They no dey kpai Christian. The other one say wetin be name wey be say him be the general of wetin army officer. They open mouth, they talk say they need to forgive them, rehabilitate them, make they enter army so that they go just dey kpai dey go. Because those bad eggs wey be say they enter force now the people wey dey even cause all those problems wey be say we no even know who be who. You go just dey go, you go think say soldier go protect you, no say him come to even take your life. So it's a shameful thing. That means we no even dey secure for our country right now. We no dey secure. From place to place, from where to go, where from where road to where you dey go for your house, no place, no security, nothing. Light no even dey for you to see road because when light dey, some kind of atrocity wey dey happen, no get dey happen. But everywhere just full with darkness. If place where I dey stay and place where we say road dey, there is no light. Anytime we be say the worker, you dey waka by the grace of God. It's a shameful thing. They can look at the kind country we say we find ourselves. God just touch. For me, they pray because we don't try our best. We don't protest. We don't even speak. We don't even dialogue so that they go see whether they feel hear us. But those people don't want to hear us. But me, we just pray that God will just start their heart to do the right thing so that everybody could just be free. And I believe say Tinubu will be the last president of Nigeria. I'm not going to talk much. I will just allow you to drop your own thought at the comment section and share this video to everyone on every social media platform. Thank you, my lovely people, and have a lovely and wonderful day.